useState in React Native. So in this video, we're going to talk about useState in React Native, how to implement it. What is React Native? Uh, what is the useState in React Native? The useState is a hook. It's a React hook that lets you add states to functional components. States could be data or some other things that you could add to your functional components. Okay, so it works the same way in React Native as in React for the web, because React Native is built on top React. Okay, so the first thing we need to do in this video, we want to implement this count, right, to increment by 1 or 2. So what we need to do is to import the useState from React. So as you can see here, I'm going to import useState, useState from React. Okay, now the React useState, it works like this. So I'm going to say constant here of count, constant of array bracket is equal to the useState. Okay, now I'm going to call the count as a constant from it, then comma set count. So this is how you write the useState code. So constant array bracket is equal to the useState. We are going to destructure the useState. Okay, then we now call count and set count. Now the 0 here is the initial value of this useState. So the initial value of this useState is the 0. It has to have, you need to put an initial value. Okay, then the next is the count. The count is going to give you the value of this useState, which is 0. So I'm going to remove this 23, then I'll put my object brackets open and close, then I'm going to call count there. Then let me save, and it's going to reflect on my app. Now you see it's now counting from 0. So that is because this 0 that is showing on the app is coming from the useState. So let me change it to, let me add 10. So save, and it's reflecting 10. So the useState is just like the constants and variables you have in JavaScript. Okay, but now constants and variables don't really work well in the functional component. They are not going to re-render so that the new value of those constants and variable will now display. Okay, so how do you change the value of this useState from 10 to 20 to 30? You just need to call the set count, which is the second value inside this array. The first value inside this array will give you the value of the useState. The second value on the array will get you to change the value of the useState. So I already have a button here, which I also styled the button. Okay. Now the next thing I'm going to call from the button is the onPress property from the button, which will get, I'm going to call the count that, okay, I'm going to put a callback function. Then I'm calling this set count. I'm calling the set count. Then I just want to put 50 and save it as 50. So now when I hit this button, it's going to call set count and change the value of that useState to 50. That is the meaning. So set count is being used as a function. That is the second argument, or sorry, the second value inside this array is used as a function. So let me hit this button, and we have count is now 50. Okay, so how do we now increment by 1? I'm just going to quickly write something simple. I'm going to call the value of count first, which is the current value on the use state, then I'm going to add +1. Then the current value on the use state +1, let's say 50 plus 1, your answer is 51. The 51 will now be assigned back to the use state by this set count. So save that and hit increment after the app. Okay, hit. So this is how you implement the use state in your application. Thank you for watching this video.